Hi, the Samsung S3 Guru here, and I haven't been doing any reviews for a couple of days because I've been doing a couple of different things. And one of the things I was doing was testing out a new launcher. Well, it's not actually a new launcher. It's been around for a while. It's called Apex Launcher, and I say was testing it out because I wanted to. Before I did this review and before I gave my 2 thumbs up, I wanted to check it out and see how well it worked when overlaid, because as you know, the Sammy S3 isn't, it's running TouchWiz, which is a piece on top of that, and then this is a piece on top of that. So I wanted to see if we were going to have any issues, and I'm happy to report that I have not had any issues. So I can now say, all right, let's talk about the Apex Launcher. So what is the Apex Launcher, and why would you use it, and why would you want it? Okay, as you know, your Sammy S3 has, well, let's put it this way. You have ice cream sandwich, you have jelly bean, and then on top of that, they've added a few things and added a few icons and changed how some things worked, and they've put an overlay on that. And that's a launcher. That's the TouchWiz launcher. And some people prefer other features, and that's what you get when you get the Apex Launcher. So I've actually had this, I had this on my Motorola Xoom. And like I said, I've been holding off to wait to see what they were doing with this. They did finally update this, so I can now, like I said, give it the 2 thumbs up. So here, what do we got? After you load it on, so you go to the store, you load it on, and after you load it on, it will, the first time you hit your home button, it will say, which do you want me to launch? Do you want me to launch the Apex Launcher, or do you want me to launch TouchWiz? So obviously I say the Apex Launcher, and it will continue to be that way until either I clear it out or I take it off. So what I have here is, first of all, I have my dock is different, and not only does it look different, but I actually have more than one dock. I actually can have several docks. I think I have 4 or 5 here right now, and I can take an item and put that item on the dock. And so that right there is very nice for me because I have a lot of things. On my normal Sammy, I had a bunch of folders, and I'll still do some folders here, but the issue that I have is that, you know, sometimes I just want to be able to get to those items. And by having them down here on the dock, and I can have a bunch here and go back and forth, that's very, very helpful. Second thing is that they've actually done their folders very similar to Jelly Bean. They've gone back. As you know, in the TouchWiz, I did one specifically on doing folders. You have to go and create a folder and drag the items in. Well, once I've loaded this, I can just go ahead and drop them back on, just like we do in Jelly Bean, or even Ice Cream Sandwich for that matter. So I can just pull those back out. Okay. The other thing that, one of the other things that I like about this is that I can resize any widget, not just the ones that come available to resize. And I can resize them any which way I want. So any widget now becomes a resizable widget. And that's good for me because I actually have a bunch of different things going on, and it would be very, very helpful. It is very, very helpful to have that I can move these around and overlay them and do a couple other neat things. The other thing that you probably are noticing here now as I move through these is I can change how I switch from my screens. And you can see I have right on here, I have what's called wheel. So it's like I have a big pinwheel, and as I move these, and they go around in a circle, so it just keeps, if I just keep going, it comes around. And I like stuff like that. I like to be able to change that, and I can go in, I'll go back to my other piece, I can go in and I can change that. Let's go to home screens, and let's see, where is it? Pinwheel, transition effect pinwheel. And I could have none whatsoever. I can do card, cube. Let's do cube out, just so you can see a different one. Okay, so now I'm going to move them, and now you can see it looks like a little cube turning around. And again, that's kind of cool stuff. The other thing is that I can get different themes. Right now I'm running an iPhone 5 theme, just because it throws people off. They're trying to figure out why my icons look like an iPhone theme. And that's there's a whole bunch of themes out there, and you can get to them simply by going to themes, and you can download new themes. And changing a theme is as easy as doing that. And as you can see now, I still have my little cube, but if you see them, I have my camera icon, and I'll go back in and I'll put back on a theme. I actually kind of like that iPhone theme. Like I said, it throws people off. I like throwing people off. So I'll come back to my iPhone theme. I'll click on apply. And now you can see it's changed all my icons and gives me different desktop papers and things of that nature. So let's just kind of go into the heart of it here. Under settings, I have different things I can now do with my home screen, different things I can now do with my drawers. You can actually even decide on your home screen how many rows, how many columns. So I actually have more real estate here now than I did before because I'm willing to take a lot less space in between the icons. So that means I can put more on there. And as you can see here with, for example, the Google Play, Google Music Play widget, I've resized that. And I can actually resize that again. I can make that even smaller and just have just the play button on there. Or I can widen it. Or I can make it taller or shorter, whatever. So, like I said, there's a lot of cool things you can do when you can resize your widgets like that. Behavior, you can change, for example, what happens when I hit the home button. I can have it take me back to a screen, or I can actually go into this little preview mode, and then I can pick which one I want. I actually like that much better sometimes. Bump, 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 bump. And then you can pre-program what you want it to do when you do things like swipe up, swipe down. For example, maybe when I swipe up like that, I want it to go right into email. So, for example, I can come in, behavior, let's see where it is. It's swipe up. Right now it's on do nothing. Toggle, run an Apex, launch an app. Let's go into email. That's why I love doing these for you. Right on the fly, so you can actually see how long it takes. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. So now when I'm here and I swipe up, it goes right into email. That's pretty cool because you just want to, okay, now boom, 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 I want to go right in. And I can set a swipe up, a swipe down, a swipe left, a swipe right. So that means there's 4 programs that I can get right into without having to do a whole bunch. And the other thing is that my Sammy S3 and my Nexus, even though it's running Jelly Bean, can actually have the same setup because this overlays onto Jelly Bean as well. So once I get this all set up, I can make this both of them look and act exactly alike. So when I pick up my tablet, I can just do that, and I know that it's going to go right into my email. Let's see what else we got in here. Just a ton of good stuff. Plus, it has a nice backup and restore. So once you get things exactly the way you want, you can actually back it up so that if you want to change it around or do something later, or you end up, for example, I can back this up, go on my tablet, load Apex Launcher on that, and then do a restore it, and it'll be exactly the same way that I have it set up. So this is worth taking a look at. This is Apex Launcher. It's been around for a while. I haven't even... It's one of those fun things that the more you go in and you keep clicking on things and you say, oh, I can do this now. Wow, that's really cool. I can go into doc, how many doc pages, how many icons on each doc, how much of a margin, how do I move the doc, how does it work? Do I want it to go back and forth? You can have sort of a little elastic scrolling here. So if you want to go back and forth and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those programs that's really, really cool that the more you explore it, the more neat stuff that you find. It's downloadable for free, and then obviously they got to make a couple of bucks. Once you've downloaded and played with it and saw that you like it, you can go ahead and click on the Pro version. I'm not even sure how much it is, but I mean, it's well worth it to be able to have all of these features, whatever it is. It wasn't anything I said, I went ahead and I just went ahead and did it. And like I said, so see, I have all these neat things. Boom, write my email. Oh, I love that. Okay, because it's on a different one. That's that stupid wireless thing. Boom, goes right in. And that's it. So this is the Samsung S3 Guru giving 2 thumbs up for the Apex Launcher.